independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Welcome to my craft corner. Well, it's still a corner, but it's not mine. I'm actually in San Diego for the Stampin' Up! On Stage event. The On Stage event is kind of a mini convention where demonstrators will gather for all the things that we normally do at conventions, swapping and finding out about new products. These new products will be from the Occasions 2016 catalog and from the Celebration catalog, and I'm so excited to see those. And so I've brought my box of getting started. I'm here for a week, and so I also brought my Stampin' Trimmer, and I brought my products for my Christmas cards, which I hope to get done this week. Here's Versatile Christmas and Delicate Ornaments Thinlits. And I brought my Big Shot and my Stampin' Scrub. And I brought my swaps. And can you believe it? I brought one of every color of paper so I can get creative. But I didn't realize that I had removed my 2 stamp sets, Sprinkles of Life and the stamp set from the kit. So I hardly have any stamps with me right now. Hopefully I'll get some stamps at our on-stage event. I've got my fingers crossed. I was going to make a baby card with Sprinkles of Life and watercolor wishes, but since this is the only stamp set, I think I can still do it. I do have the punch, and so let's get started. Since I don't have a lot of stamps with me, I thought I would use one of the cards from the watercolor wishes kit, and I think I will use this one with the little hearts. I will need some white to stamp on. I will need some Tip Top Taupe. I don't know if this piece will be big enough, but I'll give it a try. I'm going to use Watermelon Wonder, the little Stampin' Spot that came with the kit. I might use some of these embellishments from the Watercolor Wishes kit. I have a Stampin' Sponge. I brought it with me, and I have cut it, my quarter sponge, into half again, so this is 1/8 of a sponge. I might have used these as a recommended item for your Stampin' supplies. If you don't have a Stampin' sponge, you might be able to get away with a makeup sponge. Remember that clear sheet that came with our stamp set that I saved? I have punched it. Now, Stampin' Up! Does not recommend punching the window sheet. It can break your punch, and so I don't recommend it either. You can also just punch your regular paper and use this as a stencil. I bit the bullet and gave it a try, and I'm going to use this window sheet as a stencil. I'm going to use my marker. This is my Crushed Curry marker, and I'm just coloring on a clear block. And I'm going to pick up some of that ink with my sponge, and I'm just wanting to get that bird. And so I'm going to sponge that little bird, and I'm going to make sort of a pattern with that sponged bird. And I have the bird upside down, and I think you'll see why I did that in a little bit. You want to be sure and hold your stencil still. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 rows of little duckies, and I kind of colored this bottom corner fairly solid. And again, those duckies are upside down. I'm going to punch out the cloud shape with those duckies, and the solid ducky will be here. Believe it or not, this is going to be a baby blanket. With that other piece of sponge, I'm going to use our Watermelon Wonder little mini Stampin' Spot, and I'm going to pick up some ink on that. And I would like some pink, so I'm really toning down that Watermelon Wonder. And sponging some pink. And really what I want is my 3/4 inch circle punch, but I don't have it, so I'm using a penny. I'm going to draw around this penny because it is 3/4 of an inch. If I'd been smart, I would have drawn around it on the other side. And I'm going to fussy cut this circle. And I'm going to sponge the edges just a little bit. Then I'm going to cut out this leaf shape. I'm going to cut 2 of them out from that sponged pink. Lots of confetti. Believe it or not, from that little 1 by 3 or 4 piece, I'm able to get out 2 of these trees. I used one for a different card, and now this piece is pretty much gone. I decided to use this tag from the Watercolor Wishes kit, and I've cut a piece of the Watermelon Wonder to 1 5/8 by 2 3/4, so I can layer that, and a piece of the Mint Macaron to 2 1/2 by 3 1/2, and so I can layer that. And I'm going to use one of these scalloped borders. I'll line that up along the edge of that Mint Macaron. From a scrap of the Mint Macaron that is 1 by 3 3/4, I'm just going to shave a very thin strip. And maybe another one. So here are my pieces. The green is just a holder for it, but I have my tree punched with Tip Top Taupe. I have my 3/4 inch circle that is sponged to a very light Watermelon Wonder, and 2 little leaf shapes. I have my duck that's upside down right now. I have 2 very, very thin shavings of Mint Macaron from the cardstock. I have my cloud shape that is stenciled with little duckies. I have a piece of Watermelon Wonder that's 1 5/8 by 2 3/4. I am using the tag that has the Mint Macaron border. I have Mint Macaron that is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 with a scalloped border that's self-adhesive from the kit. I'm going to stamp Rejoicing with You. And again, this came from Versatile Christmas. I'm going to stamp that up in the top right corner. If you're using the Watercolor Wishes kit, you could use Huge Congrats, You Are So Loved, Hello, Time to Celebrate, or You're Amazing. I think all of these would be great for this card. So I'm just going to adhere this layer with adhesive of your choice. Down in this bottom left corner, I'm going to adhere the tag to the Watermelon Wonder card. I never get watercolor and watermelon. I always seem to mix those up. And I'm going to pop this layer up with dimensionals. I'm going to adhere my branch across the top. I'm going to fold my one strip, and I should have tucked this under. It's still wet, so I should be able to tuck that under the tree and then adhere that down. I'm going to adhere I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my cloud with the ducks, and I'm going to put that 3/4 inch circle tucked up just a little bit. On the other side, I'm going to tuck up those 2 little teardrops, and these are going to be the feet of the baby. If you have a heart punch, the heart punch will work really nicely for that. And I'm trying to arrange my little ropes, and I'll glue my baby hanging from there. And I'm going to attempt to do a bow by folding the other one in half and folding it back on itself, and allowing those to cross, and put just a dot of glue up at the top here. And I wish I had my tweezers. And then I've used a scrap of paper to hold my little duck, that little bird up in the tree. And there's my baby card. You do not need to have everything in the catalog to make a card. I had one greeting stamp set that was Christmas. I had my paper from the Watercolor Wishes and my ink from that same kit. And I made a baby card. Who would have thought? If you need any supplies, if you need those Stampin' Sponges or the kit, or want to know more about my Getting Started Challenge, come on over to bevadams.com. Click on Getting Started First Steps to find out more about my challenge. Talk to you soon. Bye.